Guys, today I'm here to tell you that imposter syndrome does not help you improve yourself. Now, a very common question that I get from clients is, I want to reduce my imposter syndrome, but I still want to find ways to improve and better myself. So how can I balance the two? And contained within this question is an insidious assumption that in order to get better, you need to feel bad about yourself. You need to feel like an imposter. Now, imposter syndrome is not the same thing as humility or openness to feedback. Imposter syndrome is rooted in the idea that you are not good enough, not qualified enough, not experienced enough, not smart enough, not productive enough, not polished enough, that overall something is wrong with you as a person. And when you're thinking that you're not good enough as a person, every piece of feedback feels personal. Whether it's missing a target, failing at a goal, getting a rejection, or just hearing someone tell you you should have done something differently. When you're thinking, I'm not good enough, your mind will interpret all those things as further, damning, indisputable proof that you are not good enough, which will then very naturally create a deep sense of inadequacy and lack of belonging, which will then put you into fight or flight mode. So your response to the feedback might look like one of these things. You might fight. You might get defensive, argue for why you're right, refuse to see the other person's side. You might go into flight. You might procrastinate, avoid, just want to quit your job and run away. You might freeze up. You do nothing. You feel paralyzed, confused, unable to act. You might fawn. You do everything they're telling you to do, exactly as they say to do it. Or you might just get frantic. You do everything you can think of to correct the error as soon as possible. None of these responses are an effective way to improve. You might still make some improvements. You are smarter and stronger and more hardworking than you realize. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if you created gold in the past, despite being in fight or flight mode the entire time. But this is an inefficient, scattered, and draining way to go about it. You deserve better, and you can get much better results at a fraction of the emotional cost. Let me prove it to you right now. Think about something that you feel secure and confident about. Your area of expertise, your personal specialty, the thing that you have years of experience in and know back to front. It doesn't matter if it's big or small. Now ask yourself, how do you react when you get feedback or an unwanted result in this area? If I had to guess, here's what probably happens. You don't take it personally. You don't make it mean that you're not good enough as a person. The question, am I good enough, doesn't even enter the equation. Instead, you get curious about what happened. You say, that was unexpected. I wonder why that happened. And then you lean on your own expertise. You go inward to your own knowledge and experience to interpret what just happened. And you're open-minded, but not so open-minded that your brain falls out. You're not defensive. You can hear other people's perspectives without feeling threatened, but you don't let other people supplant your authority either. Everything is filtered through, okay, but does that make sense to me? And you get creative. Something unexpected happened. You learn something new, and you start coming up with different approaches to still get the results you want. And by doing all this, you improve, you get better. You grow your level of expertise, you grow your body of knowledge, and you grow your creativity. And none of this is possible when you are in fight or flight mode. Being curious, being creative, having the mental capacity to be grounded in your own authority while also considering opposing viewpoints. All of that requires a deep sense of security and belonging. You cannot do this kind of problem solving when you feel like you are under threat. And imposter syndrome, at its root, makes you feel like you're under threat all the time because it keeps telling you you're not good enough, you don't belong here, you're about to be exposed and kicked out. It doesn't help you get better. And it's not something you need to strike a balance with in order to improve. If you really want to improve and get better, you have to eliminate your imposter syndrome and uproot your sense of not good enough at the source. And if that sounds impossible, I'm here to tell you it's not, because that is exactly what I help my clients do. Take it one step at a time, We implement this new way of thinking piece by piece, and we build the mental and emotional habit of believing that you have enough and you are enough right now, here, today. And building this habit is as simple and doable as building any other habit, I promise you. So let's get started today. Go to the link above and book a free coaching consult.